Hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here. On a funny old day really. I'm taking the Virago over to have it MOT'd because I'm going to put it up for sale next week, and a little bit of sadness really because I owe this bike quite a bit really. It was the bike that got me into the cruising scene, I should suppose, after many years of sport bikes and stuff. And sort of when I first got it, I couldn't realise, just could not work out why I bought it. But I realise now, bloody roads, I realise now that it was for a purpose. That was a purpose that led me on to the Harley really, I suppose. But yeah, so funny old day. If I do sell it, if somebody wants it, it's going to be even sadder to see it go down the road, because it's been sitting in the back of my garage now for a month and I haven't rid it at all. And when we got it out yesterday, my son-in-law said, "Andy, that is such a good looking bike still," and I had to agree with him. And I'm going to be quite sad when I have to sell the old girl. You know, I got it as an American import from Arizona, and you know, I had to spend a little bit of dosh on it to get it up to standard, you know. And she runs so superb, it's unbelievable. And she's very manoeuvrable, and you know, you could sit on this bike all day and no problem. But I just haven't got the room anymore. It's I can't get any more bikes in my garage. It's full. So 2 have got to go. So I'm afraid to say when it comes to riding this Virago or the Harley, even though riding it today, it's lovely. It's a lovely ride. But I just can't do it. I just can't have so many bikes. If we all had our dream of having as many bikes as we like, I know all us boys and girls would have the biggest garage you'd ever seen, and that would be crammed with all different sorts of bikes, you know. And wouldn't that be something really, really brill? But unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way in life, does it? So you have to make these decisions when it comes to bikes. And I should imagine in the past, everybody has sold a bike and regretted it afterwards. It's just a sadness to see it go. Like I say, it's I owe it so much. Only a few months back I done a vid and said I'd never sell this. You know, I really got to love it. But after riding the Harley, it's got to go. But looking at it another way, if somebody buys it and they get the enjoyment out of it that I had out of it, that'll give me more pleasure thinking that somebody's riding it every day and not just letting it sit in the garage doing nothing, you know. Goes well. Goes very well. In fact, I think when I done the 40-7 challenge on this, I think this was only a couple of seconds slower than the Harley really, and this is only a 750. But that's life. So I don't know if any of you boys and girls have had a bike that you've sold and you really, really regret it afterwards, and wish you'd never done it. or you got sort of attached to a bike and found it hard to let that bike go, let me know. Andy's going to have a bike here that I'm going to find hard to let go, but I'm going to do it. And what I'm going to do is, when it comes to price, I'm one of these people who I'm not out to make money on bikes. As long as I get what I paid for it, it's all I'm going to ask. You know, I bought this as an import, and like I said, it wasn't perfect. There was several little bits and pieces to do, tyres and stuff and all this sort of stuff, and I had to spend a bit of money out on it, but all I'm going to do is the price I paid for it, and the money that I put on top of that, I'll put on, and this is exactly what I'm going to ask for. I'm not going to ask for a penny more or a penny less. I haven't had the bike quite a year. So that's it. I'm now taking it down to the garage. We're now coming here to Cobdock Garage, motorbike garage, and see if she'll get through the MOT. I severely hope so. We'll just have to see. Well, boys and girls, the old Virago just went through its MOT with no problems, straight through. The old examiner said very tidy bike for its age, you know, so what more could I ask for from the old girl? This is probably the last time I film her properly, I suppose. There's the old boy on the old chrome there. So this is probably the last time I film her when I'm out, but I owe this bike quite a bit really, and I will be very sad to see it go, but like everything, changes and everything else that comes along, you have to move on. So anyway, I think that's enough for me. Suffolk Andy.